Hello once again, readers of good books. My name is Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now, this is going to be the fourth review that I have done for an author named James DeSantis. He is requesting me to do these reviews for him, and I'm happy to help him out. So, here's my review for his new short story, which just came out today, called Killing Your Boss. While the title in and of itself sounds a little strange, it is a horror short story, so for all you horror fans, this is a good one for you to look at. I'll be talking about the ending to the short story very, very briefly towards the end of this video, so stay tuned for that if you want to see that. I'll have links to the other 3 reviews that I've done for him up here somewhere, so check those out if you are curious at all. Getting right to it, the book takes kind of a Game of Thrones-esque format where we get to see through the eyes of certain characters, like the first chapter is called Ben, and we see through the eyes of Ben's character. Ben is a guy who is very timid, he's shy, he's also very smart and intellectual. He's been friends for a very long time with a guy named Ron, who is kind of a punk, a guy who doesn't try in school, he doesn't really work that hard. He and his girlfriend Alicia, who is a very beautiful woman who got more beautiful as she got older and kind of knew what men were going for when they looked at her and when they tried to talk with her and whatnot. And the 3 of them work at a department store similar to that of Target or Walmart, and they work for a boss named Kurt, who is the other main character in this book, and he is the main villain of this book. The book starts out, one day they're all on a break from work, and Ron is like, I'm going to kill Kurt. You guys should come help me, in very, very broad terms. And so one night they go over to Kurt's place, they sneak in with the intention of kind of roughing him up a little bit, and they have like masks on and everything. And they get all knocked out, they get taken hostage by Kurt, and then madness ensues. Before you read this, know that it is very graphic and quite disturbing at some points in terms of the context of the story. It is detailed, it's graphic, it's bloody. There are some parts which are a bit difficult to read towards the end. But overall, after I finished the book, I found myself thinking about it for a number of days afterwards, especially the hours after I finished it. I just kept seeing some of the final images in my head and just thinking over some of those scenes, and that's the type of stuff that I really enjoy reading or watching if it's in some sort of movie or video game format. This short story really did it for me. It's really, really well done. Probably one of DeSantis' best written works. One of the themes would probably be 2 sides to every individual, because we see this with all 4 of the characters. There's kind of multiple layers to these people. It's really interesting how they are dissected in terms of their character and other qualities that they possess. In terms of enjoyment, I obviously really, really enjoyed Killing Your Boss. It starts off a little slow, but once it gets going, I got really into it. I didn't even realize that I was just going through the book really quick, and before I knew it, it ended, and the ending is a really, really interesting ending. It does set up something of a sequel if there was going to be such a sequel made in the future. So, yeah, that's my review of Killing Your Boss. Definitely go check it out on Amazon right now. About $1, I believe, is how much it'll be. Check that out. Check out DeSantis' other works up above is my reviews of them. And yeah, if you have read Killing Your Boss, I'll talk about the ending to it really quickly after the credits of this video. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Pell, and once again, keep on reading. Still watching, you are here to see my thoughts on the ending to Killing Your Boss. So if you have not finished the short story, don't watch this, or else you will have things ruined for you. Getting right to the first death, Ben's death really kind of took me by some surprise, because Kurt initiates this question and interrogates these two individuals, Ron and Ben, and even Alicia, and it's just putting them through all these things. And then Kurt asks Ron, should I save both of you, or who is more worthy to live? And Ron says to let Ben live and kill himself. And then Kurt kills Ben instead, because Ron didn't make a point to see his life worth something enough to save it. That happened. That was very gory and bloody. It kind of reminded me of one of the recent deaths in the comic version of The Walking Dead. So I kind of had flashbacks to that while I was reading it. One of the other main scenes towards the end is Alicia's rape. This was a very brutal scene to read. It was very disturbing a lot of the time, and it was well written and everything like that, but it was just very difficult to read a lot of time. So that was another big scene. And then he just ends her, just bam, because she realizes that she loves Ben and not Ron, and he's like, well, Ben's dead, you're dead. It reminded me a lot of kind of George R. R. Martin's writing, in the sense that characters just dead so quickly. And then we just have Ron left. Ron has been being really smart. After the acid was poured into his ear, he kind of started leaking it down onto the ropes, so that the acid would eat through the ropes. He got loose, and he starts taking his revenge on Kurt, and then he takes off his jaw with one of the contraptions. So Kurt dies a very good death. The interesting thing about Kurt was the fact that he has daughter kind of in the back of his mind, and he always wanted to protect his daughter, so the reader always got the vibe that his daughter is an innocent person. She doesn't know about any of this stuff that's been going on. And then Ron leaves the house, stumbling out, and meets his daughter, and she sees him battered and bloody, and she asks what happened, and he tells her that a psychopath killed his friends, and Ron killed the psychopath. She asks, so he killed him, and he says yes, and she shoots him in the chest, and he's just like, what the fuck? And then she shoots him in the head, and it's revealed she has been in on this whole thing the whole time. She's more pissed at her father for not including her in on the fun, while keeping it all for himself. So, and that's where it ends, and she goes to clean up the mess, and that's where it ends. So, it's been a few days since I read the book, but just doing this review now, it's just bringing it all back. It's just, you can tell it's a good book when it does this, and it's definitely one that I really enjoyed, more than most this year, and for probably 2013. This would probably be on my top 10 and probably top 5 of 2013, if it had come out last year. Yeah, really good short story, really well written and everything like that. So, yeah, if for some reason you're watching this bit of it and you haven't read Killing Your Boss, go read it, even though you know what's going to happen, but it's still really good. So, yeah, leave your thoughts on Killing Your Boss down in the comments down below if you so choose. Let me know what you thought of the ending. Let me know what you thought of the deaths and the individual scenes which spoke to you the most and affected you the most. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on reading.